consumes life power. So yeah, there's two specials in this game. So one of them's like a Molotov, which is kind of weird. Turn the game down a little bit. Alright, I'll turn the game down a tad. (2019) Planet Earth. A worldwide economic crisis leads politicians to increase the rate of production. Can't read that. Nature was dying under the strong influence of industries whose waste invade. I tell you what, not only is it too fast, it's got a horrible fade in, fade out kind of filter on top of the screens. I know it's very stylized, but it's fucking hard to read, including human beings. There's no hope left for a cure must be found. That is some fast moving text. That sounded like it was from Resident Evil, that piece of music. I like this, like an old film reel. That's kind of cool. I must get out now. So what was the story? Did you manage to pick up on any of it?
Well, basically, there's like they've been...
Right. Audio the sounds so obnoxious, you tell me, okay? If it's too loud, because gameplay's a bit different in title screen. Where am I? There's no time. I think that's a special. I think triangle Josh button is the standard punch. Well, I'll tell you what, you comboed your ass. You should walk into the flames, see if you can take any damage. I don't think you can. That could have been like, you know, looked at a bit more. Yeah, still a bit too loud. Okay, this is why it's good having an audio in, because sometimes you don't really know the sound balancing.
Yeah.
So this is a fan-made OpenBor game called Pestilence, which means like a bionic plague. That's what it means. So we're living. Well, I guess we're just trying to get out of the city because it's plague times, I suppose.
Yeah.
I really do like that character sprite though. That looks actually very, very well done. Very well detailed. I'm guessing he built that one from the ground up? Or do you recognize it, Josh?
No, I don't actually.
We do like playing guess the asset game, don't we? Because most of these open board games are ripping assets from, you know, it's an amalgamation of just tons of different games, isn't it? So,
Oh, yeah,
but this one I don't recognize him. Maybe he made this one himself.
There's actually no there's no running special or anything.
Yeah, there isn't any special moves, I don't think. The game audio's not playing. Oh, okay. Right, now try. Okay. Oh my god, the difficulty level. When I was reading comments, when I was reading a bit about this game, someone did say this game is really hard. The only way they got to beat it was by putting infinite lives on. So I put infinite lives on just so we can see it. Whoa. I believe you have one life and like 4 continues, so it is quite hard in the difficulty department. But I have put infinite lives just so we can beat this game. Just looking at it already, you know that this is going to be a bad time, you know. Yeah. Looks like you're part of the Slipknot crew or something. Look at that mask. You could tell it's quite metal, can't you? Like the music and the look of it. Fucking hell, look at the amount of enemies are throwing at you straight away. Oh my god. That is in... What?
Already, like, yeah.
Is a developer a maniac? Look how many enemies on screen. And every time you do your special, your character falls down as well. Yeah. It's not going to really matter because, again, we have maximum lives. I mean, infinite lives, just because, yeah, beating this game fairly seems to be, well, it's a bit too much of a challenge. Oh, you're picking up lives there. Okay. Wow. I tell you what, the guy who made this is just throwing so many enemies at you, it's just ridiculous. There's like hardly any invincible frames, you're just getting hit constantly. And because the sprites are so large in this game, having that many enemies seems to be a little bit like of a bad choice.
And there's like you said, there's no infinity, so you get absolutely fast.
Yeah, you do. Christ. I gotta admit, the look of the game is pretty, it looks quite rad, doesn't it? It looks quite metal. But every time I put up like a Splatterhouse video or something like that, they seem to do quite well, these videos. So I thought this one kind of follows the same kind of tune, really. I thought, well, I saw it, I thought, well, might as well give it a go. These dogs just jumped to their deaths. Are these the dogs from Marvel vs. Capcom 2? The one, you know, when you play as the Jill Valentine character? They could be the Cerberuses, because, yeah. Yeah, actually, they don't look like those, actually, I don't think. I wonder where these sprites are from. It's such a weird choice, though. You're using, like, a piece of wood, then you're using, like, a Molotov as a special. Very interesting choice. Oh, first boss by looks of it, and it doesn't have a health bar. I am impressed by the sprites already. Look at his head, Josh. It looks like it's been split into two. It does have some pretty fucking cool sprites. You just know for the gore fans, you know, they'll be very interested in this type of game. Because when I played Jennifer, this is another OpenBor game that we played on the channel quite a long time ago. People seem genuinely interested about that game, and this one kind of follows the same kind of tune, doesn't it, really? But Jennifer kind of plays in a little bit more of a psychological horror. This is just like, what, a plague been released on the planet, and we're trying to survive. Well, these are some nasty combos. Yeah, it's true. In terms of gameplay, it seems very limited. There's just one standard attack combo, 2 specials. Is there jumping attacks, Josh, in this game? They're very basic. There's some death metal music in the background as well for the metalheads out there. They might get something out of that. They're obviously probably going to be licensed pieces of music, but I don't know who from. I'll find out once I put this video on YouTube. I'll get all the, you know, copyright claims and stuff like that I can't, like, you know, can't promote the video. But it's worth taking a chance. The channel's fucking dead anyway at the moment. It bothers me that you can't see the health bar, though, because you don't really know what you're dealing with. You don't know if you're going to gamble to pull your specials off before you die, you know what I mean? Because you don't know. Yeah, Stage 1 complete. What were those mutations? Did they come from Comville? This town, I heard it was owned by a corporation. What are they up to? So I'm guessing this is going to follow the typical cliche that the government's like try to create a weapon, a bioweapon, and it's leaked or something. Yeah. It's a government thing. Do you know what? I really do like these sprites. I like the filter on top as well, like the mist. It is a nice looking game. And I like the chunky sprites as well. One thing that really bugs me about the OpenBor games is that when they do like acid jumps, a lot of the sprites are just like a complete mix of random sizes and looks and colors and stuff like that. It looks so fucking ugly. At least this one, everything seems to be quite balanced at the moment. Everything seems like it belongs here. Nothing seems too out of place yet. The amount of enemies they're throwing at you this early is insane though, really. I mean, holy shit. It's like they started the game with 1 life, but you've actually picked up like 6 along the way. There needs to definitely be a little bit more to the combo system though, like a 1 combo, like there's literally 1 combo.
There's no grapples in this.
No.
There's no weapon special. It's just very basic.
Hopefully it's like the other OpenBor game, which feels quite similar to this Jennifer, where the more you play, the more moves you get to unlock. Oh no, you hit me on the opposite side. I do like pitfalls in games like this though, they are fun, but is there even a grapple system in this game? There's no grappling either, so you can't like do a downward attack into a throw, you know, and just launch them in like you can with like Streets of Rage. First aid spray, Josh. Spray Resident Evil. Oh, I just realised actually where our mask come from. I was looking at a mask thinking it's an interesting choice, but looking at the way the eye sockets are, it kind of looks a bit like a plague mask. Remember the ones that had those giant kind of hook noses? Where they used to soak it in, yeah, the Plague Doctor mask, where they used to soak it in some solution to kind of try to, they did believe it was airborne, didn't they? Like the plague and stuff like that, so. It looks like that's been cut off because those eyes seem quite present. It needs more in the combat though, doesn't it? Because you're just doing the same combo. There's no dash attack either, is there? No dash attack. No grapple, no back attack. It's so plain. The game looks fucking quite cool as well. It's a shame, it's unfortunate. It seems to be quite a good trade-off to do that special, to be honest.
Well, I was going to try a bar run to fight this. I'm just spamming it.
Yeah. That's such a weird, like, idea to give him, like, a Molotov that you launch. It's just... Why? I'm not saying it's a bad idea, just like, it's just an interesting idea. Why choose a Molotov for a weapon? Is it to do with the plague and, like, burning bodies, maybe? Is that possibly trying to keep it in theme? But even when you take a damage, you've constantly got like a Molotov out on your character sprite. It's kind of interesting. This place is filled with zombies. I must find another way through. Oh, we are going into the sewer. Oh, not a sewer level. Sewer level in games are always the most filler, shitty stages you could play. Pitfall, come on, Josh. Again, there's no way to kind of grapple them into. That was cheap. Whoa, wee. Oh, wait a minute. Do you know what? They're kind of kind, because if you actually fall in the pitfall, it's not like instant health loss. I mean, a full life. It's just a bit of health, and you come back. If that was 1 life at a time, that would have been disgusting. Yeah. And that's another pet peeve I would say, when games introduce you a boss but then they become a standard enemy later just because they can't be bothered to make more enemies. It bugs me because it kind of cheapens the way that boss was. It loses its kind of like its uniqueness. Do you know what though, Josh? Your lives are going very, very high. Do you know what? It might be a full life loss. I forgot because we put the cheat on. It's showing new lives. I wasn't sure if it was because... What? 4 of these bosses? Oh yeah, I'm so glad we put the cheats on. Because I know some beat 'em ups, when you fall down a pitfall, your character kind of jumps back up, doesn't it? And it only loses a bit of health, which I think is actually pretty cool. Yeah. It's got an interesting look because some of it's quite realistic looking in the backgrounds. I think what they've done, they've taken like real locations, real photos of the backgrounds, and because they put this filter on it, this pixelated filter with the mist and stuff, it kind of looks more pixely, if that makes sense. Yeah. Do you feel the same way? Because the backgrounds look kind of realistic to me. And taking the colour out of it as well is kind of like masking it as like pixel art, if that makes sense. And blurring it a little bit. Why are we fighting the same boss over and over again already? I'll tell you what, they do like recycling enemies as well, don't they? Yeah. We're fighting the same enemies at the start of the game, and we're also fighting the boss that we fought already. So I was like, oh, okay. Apparently Jennifer 2 is still being released. It's still being developed. It's been a long time, hasn't it? What is he waiting for? Feels like we played Jennifer maybe 2 years ago, but that game was out years before that. So, to be working on this game for how many years? Oh my, the amount of enemies is just absolutely insane. Have you ever seen this many enemies in a beat 'em up ever? There's a reason they don't, because you're getting hit from like every direction. It is chaos.
I mean, I'm sorry, but what other strategy can you use? You can't use a normal combo.
Yeah, it's true. Like Josh just pointed out, what strategy can you use? If you're gonna do normal combo here, you're gonna get hit from everywhere. You can only attack in one direction with a standard attack, so you can't actually cover your ass. I wonder what a legitimate run would look like, Josh, without infinite lives. I think that would be a very, very bad time. The game is not... No. Yeah, the gameplay's not good enough to stress about wanting to do a legitimate playthrough, if that makes sense. Yeah, like... Yeah, there isn't like a charge move, a running move, or whatever you want to call it. It just lacks so much in terms of fighting mechanics. Cool, look how ugly that fucking background looks. They could kind of get away with it with like how this game looks anyway, in a way, because it's quite blurry, isn't it? But that in particular looks really bad. But also one playable character. There isn't multiple characters. There's not a 2-player mode neither. What's absolutely fine, but again, this game needs definitely more in terms of combat. It's, yeah, you're just going to approach the fights exactly the same. Soon as you're swarmed, you're just going to spam your special, because that's the only thing you can do. The approach to combat is practically the same. What the fuck is that? That is a cool looking boss. I can't deny it. I love that. He's spawning those kind of weird, what do you want to call them? Intestine monsters through his slit in his stomach. Look at his crazy eyes as well. Alright, well that's a great looking boss. I love stuff like this. That's one thing I really liked about the Castlevania games as well. The bosses were so grotesque and so creative, some of them. They really kind of made you excited that, like, if they face off against them. So just seeing this boss, I'm like, I wonder what the next one's going to look like, because that looks so cool. Where did this even come from, I wonder? Josh is going to baptize it by fire by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's just like
God. I think that's got to be like the thumbnail. Is there anything that's going to top this image right here? I don't think it can. I don't want to see this boss recycled down the line as a standard enemy later. That would be such a bad idea. That looks so fucking cool. I can't help but love that character, that sprite. It looks great. This is one strong plague to be able to transform someone like this. Cool. But again, there's... Nice. For the gore hounds out there, they're going to be loving this, aren't they?
I mean, again, it looked cool, but...
Yeah. What the hell was the matter? What the hell was that monster? This blurring of the text as well is awful idea. Seems like it ate everything in sight. It left these keys after the explosion. I wonder how they can be used for. I like the little cinematic split between levels. That's a nice little touch. That's really cool. What do you think about the idea, Josh, that your character falls on the floor every time you put off a special? Bad idea? Good idea? It seems to slow the... Is it to explain the invincible frames? Possibly. It seems obnoxious because you're going to do it an awful lot, and on top of that, it kind of slows the combat down. You can't like chain it into anything. It's just like... Yeah. Audie, you just missed one of the coolest looking boss fights ever. It was amazing. It was this giant... What do you want to... How do you explain that? Yeah, it was this giant... Yeah, it was like a giant fat guy, but he had no legs and no arms, so it was like a torso with a head. His eyes were like bugging out like he was on some sort of drugs. And there's a slit in his belly with like worms coming out of it. This must be one of the last route is displayed on a GPS. This truck comes from the Konsu factory? Okay, let's go there. What do you think of this text, Audie? Is it just me, or is this text horrible the way it kind of blurs in and out? They're trying to capture that VHS quality where it's very staticky and wobbly. It's really bad. I hate it. I'm glad I ain't the only one. I know this is quite a nice little feature, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. We started the game driving one of these. It reminds me of Night Slashers. Doesn't that start the same way when you come into town in a car? Or is that just like Slashers OpenBor? We got a new enemy here. Yes. It's just... There's no strategy, no, it is absolutely mindless. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's meant to be a completely mindless beat 'em up. Yeah. The thing is, the presentation's actually really quite good. I like the way it looks. The music is like death metal or whatever, and it kind of suits the setting. All the sprites look like they belong in the game. Some of the backgrounds are a little bit low res, but The combat is so bad. Look at this nonsense. How do you approach this combat? It's just, you're just going to do the same shit. The amount of enemies is ridiculous. Yeah, there you go. Definitely. You can only spam your special. You can't... How are you going to, like, you know, fight these any other way? What it could have done to make it look less silly, that special could have took off, say, like 2 or 3 times more health, but you do 3 or 4 times more damage. Because spinning over and over and over and over and over again kind of looks really goofy. Maybe it could have just been like way more effective, but did a lot more damage to you, just to kind of cut that bullshit, because it just looks a bit ridiculous. It is way too much. Oh, we don't have any trapped enemies behind the boxes, do we? Can you sprint in this game? Yeah, there's no sprinting in this game either. There it is. That one trapped enemy there. See, that's not the first time I've seen this in OpenBor games. There's been like a Final Fight game I remember playing many years ago on Dreamcast when OpenBor first came out. I remember getting to the last stage and an enemy got stuck behind like a barrel off screen, and there's nothing you can do. You played the whole game just to get stuck there. So yeah, for people that make OpenBor games, that is a real warning. Do not let that happen in your game. Destroy all the train, yeah. Because what if the camera got locked and you couldn't go back? You're fucked. By a bit of an oversight, that the maker didn't actually lock going back. It actually fixed it, so that's what, maybe he knew that was a problem. Yeah. I am still so curious where these sprites are coming from. They're so well drawn and well animated as well, and they just look really good. I'm like, where did they come from? Did he design these himself? Did he draw these or whatever? I reckon there's got to be some sort of website that makes these, because I can't see one person being able to do all this. Like, make this game and do all the artwork. So I don't recognize any of this, I gotta be honest. Is this steam just for effect, or is this actually doing damage? I'm curious to know. Oh my fucking god. Every stage is just littered. There's only one way you can deal with it as well. It's a problem. That's what bugs me. It's like, some of the enemies dropped down and killed themselves. I didn't see that. Oh my goodness. This is crazy amount. Wow. God. Don't you just killed them all? They all followed you down into the pits. Wow. Well, we found our way to beat it. Wow, that's brilliant. I like that. That is hilarious. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this in a beat 'em up before. We found our way to actually. This game is garbage. Ollie is not a fan. Nah, in terms of gameplay, it is actually really bad. But it's a shame because I like the way the game looks. I like the presentation's great, but fuck, The combat. This is so silly. Watching Josh literally purposely kill himself because we've got the life cheat on. That is something funny about it, though. No, we're fully aware that this game is, in terms of gameplay, shit. So there's something really fucked up about what's going on here, though. In all fairness, but it's funny though. Oh my! Again, look how amazing this. Shit, Josh, he's keeping you at bay with that range. Oh, Josh has locked the boss. Come on, boss, put some. Go to the left on the screen to see if he actually can charge you down. The sprites in this game are so cool. This is just like, that's the best aspect of it, isn't it? It's like the guy was halfway there. I was like, come on, develop a bit more better combat. Don't just throw like 1,000 enemies per screen. You could actually have a good game at this stage. Possibly make it 2 pairs. Cool looking boss, but very simple. The trains are still running now, Josh? In this world? The zombie conductor. But look how nice the presentation is. Look at the filters and all that lot. It looks, it's cool as hell. Why is the combat so basic? New enemies again. Cool looking monsters. I think you could have just stripped all the amount of enemies back a little bit, put a bit better combat in there. You could actually have a pretty cool little horror beat 'em up here, like a Halloween themed one. So these enemies that we're fighting right here with bags on their head, they're literally the same enemy, but the other ones were like decapitated. Shouldn't we have sort of decapitate ones afterwards? It would have been a little bit more interesting, I think. But maybe that's just me. We need to find the nearest pitfall and jump down it. I've never seen anyone handle a beat 'em up quite like that though before. The strategy was literally killing yourself over and over again. That was funny. Yeah, it could have been like 10 minutes saved, yeah. Yeah, we're fully aware that the combat in this game looks boring as fuck, but we can't do anything to spice this up, really. There's nothing else we can do to make this more interesting to watch. I don't think, anyway. Maybe some people could figure it out, but what else can you do in this position? Is there... Have you pressed RB or LB? Is there any... There literally is nothing else. Yeah. But here's another thing. Yeah, one special's got a bit of range on it, but... You've got 2 special moves. Why not just, like, kind of make a charge attack as well? You know, instead of having 2 specials. Josh is getting excited. We've just found some pitfalls. You know what that means? There's so... Wasn't this the boss we saw just a minute ago? But he's got an axe instead of a chainsaw now. Again, the sprite is so fucking cool. I want to know where he got these sprites from. I find it very hard to believe he did these himself. Well, he went down eventually, Josh. He's like dual wielding Thor's hammer. He must be a beast. Oh my god. Here we go. So those big guys sell less than Hulk Hogan. Fucking hell. You can't knock them off their feet. Oh, nice. Too many times I've seen it. Oh, yes. I was going to say... Oh, you know what that means? We've got a bottom pitfall. We loves it. This is what we're talking about. Yeah. This is so stupid. It's funny, though. I was gonna say, you see moving environments like what do you want to call it, like trains and mobile, you know, settings like this in other open board games. But a lot of them have like invisible walls that stop them from falling over. I'm glad this one kind of has it open. It's nothing worse than playing like an elevator level, but they've put these invisible barriers up. It's like the whole point of these elevator levels are to throw things off it. So don't tease it like that. Yeah, that is the fun part. I love Streets of Rage elevator when it's like a walk-in punch straight into a grapple because they're staggered and you launch them straight over the barrier. And then you can actually call the police cars in Streets of Rage 1, can't you? To actually shoot missiles like 40 feet up in the air. It's great. Can you imagine looking on the floor though, Josh, as a police officer? There'd be like 50 people splatted. Amazing. No. This looks very like reminiscent of Splatterhouse. Oh wow, that looks cool. I know what this is from. Is that from Splatterhouse 3? Is it? Josh thinks it's from Splatterhouse 3. Now, I'm going to go out on a whim here. I might sound absolutely fucking crazy. But remember Earthworm Jim 2 when you go in the ant room? The sand level? There's a like what do you want to call it? What's these baby ant things that crawl? Yeah, there's a larva riding a bicycle with the wheels on it at the bottom. Look, because if you look at the bottom of his legs, there's something being masked by dirt. Audie, am I going crazy here? Can you see it? Am I just... Do you know what? I'm either a genius or I'm sound like the stupidest motherfucker walking the earth. Don't know why. As soon as I saw it, I thought, hang on a minute. Nah, no way. Maybe I'm crazy. I could be absolutely crazy. Well, I thought I'd throw it out there. Yeah, because it's like a larva cycling on a little, like, unicycle, isn't it? And it has that similar look, and that dude's attacks. I tell you what, if I'm right about that, that would make me look like I'm the greatest gamer of all time. I would say this though, give it some respect. It's staying true to its theme, isn't it? It's not a falter once, is it? Everything's death, bloody, or hellish. It seems they've been using these mines to bury the toxic waste. But now come the seas have been infected and... Okay. If I keep looking for clues, I'll be probably able to discover... Oh, we've been knocked out. What? These look stupid. Why are they... Why are they so green? They look way out of place. They could tone it down a bit. Turtles? Here? Turtles are quite rare as well. It's not like you go to, like, you know, you go out to sea and you see about 1,000 turtles, is it? So the toxic waste has gone in the sea and is, like, mutating sea life then. What the fuck was that about? What? I don't understand. What happened? Where am I? Is this our personal hell? Is that our mum or something? Oh, is it a padded cell? Welcome to my lab, Timmy. Who are you? Why am I here? My name is none of your business. That's a great little quote. But I really enjoyed what you did so far. So I'm letting you free, considering this is a test. Wait for it, freak. I'm going to find you. So same enemies we fought earlier, but just a green version. Just a palette swap. At least the levels don't go on for too long. I remember Jennifer, sometimes, those levels went on for about 1,000 years.
And you were spamming specials.
Yeah. At least Josh doesn't have to do a command to do the specials. It's easier on his thumbs. In Jennifer, you're literally spamming like Hadoukens like for like 2 hours. It was mental. Are you breaking these zombies in half, or are they spawning in half? Right. Oh, standard combo. I haven't seen that for some time.
Because you didn't have time to use it, ever.
Yeah, and you got like, real photographs in the background, haven't you? Pixelated and blurred out to make it look like art, like pixel art. Yeah, can we scroll the whole screen and just run?
Yeah,
Look how mental this game is. I can't get very many. Why is there so many fucking enemies in one area all the time? Oh, Josh is breaking it also. Nothing gets stuck. This is mental, honestly. Where's the strategy involved in this game at this stage? You know, I was like, what is the gamer doing? They're not going to be satisfied. They're just going to go to speak the exact same fucking thing. You're just going to just spam special non-stop. What, are you going to approach this with a standard combo? We're going to jump in with a flying kick? Fuck no. So this was the same enemy as the first boss, but they've got their head again. So this is what the actual sprite would have looked like. Yeah, they look like werewolves or something. Yeah. It's quite a smart move though, just like modifying some of the sprites to kind of make it look a little bit different, but the movesets are exactly the same as well. So it's like, oh, that's the game we have to play. The Streets of Rage Zombies. I know like the gameplay's not amazing, but the remember Streets of Rage zombie mod where all the enemies are like zombies, and it's really gory, and like the sprites in that game are just so good and very creative. I would like, you know, want to play it. Maybe that'll be the next game we play. Yeah, it's like fighting 50 barmans. This is just mental, honestly. People need to realize, like, this enemy we're fighting here, this was a boss at one stage, and now we have like 50 of them in like one area. It's crazy. Good job, Timmy. It seems you're ready to become my favorite prayer dog. You again. Who the hell? I can't read this. See you on the rooftop, Timmy. Damn freak. You know what that means, Josh? Rooftops. You got not even that. Pitfalls. Oh no, this elevator doesn't have a pitfall by the looks of it. Yeah, this one definitely needs a pitfall. funny because some of the levels are really very short, but then you get one like this, just feels like it's way elongated. Yeah. I think what he's done is he's kind of put a certain amount of maybe he's balanced the amount of enemies per stage. Like every stage got maybe 50, 100 enemies. But because they're exploding so slowly on this stage, it feels like it's being like stretched out. Where when you did like the short stages, they threw like 100 enemies at one time. It's like, you know, you're getting through the enemies so quickly. He's judged it kind of different, wrongly. We finally meet each other. Who are you? How do you know my name? We know everything. So you're behind all of this. Do you work for the Konsu Corp? Haha. It's just for you. Shadow Company or what? Why did you destroy the Earth? Kid, you would not really wish to know. What is really deciding the destiny of mankind? I gave you enough freedom to let me have some fun. Before the real end of the great sacrifice. I don't even care anymore. This is how I feel about it. I don't care anymore. Can we finish this game? Yeah. Enough. Here begins your last test. We have been studying you for so long. So we have collected enough data to replicate your DNA and use as part of a new human breed. You make me sick. First you create monsters, then you use them to destroy what has feeded you. Okay, I'm not going to bother reading anymore. But, yeah. Billions have died. It doesn't seem like our character is one to really care about the lives of others. He seems like some sort of crazy person anyway. Oh, we're facing ourselves, Josh. A mirror image. What we can do with your DNA is like, didn't you? We've already seen what we could do with your DNA. If we fought like nothing but monsters. Oh, Josh, you're gonna have to approach this fight with speed, power, and accuracy. Oh, fuck me, you sped E up, cheating bastards. And there's no run. It's because I think the sprites are... What the fuck? Maybe this is last boss? I hope it is. Yeah, he did say the final test. Just spam it. Get the scheme done. Again, another criticism I can't help but mention, there's no health bar. So we have no idea what we're dealing with. No. Stupid idiot. I thought you should have said fucker. Kind of suit his character a bit more. You would say idiot. I still live in a world full of monsters. Wait, it's not going to end on like a bit of a cliffhanger, is it? We've got no answers. It's not over. It's not over yet. Well, please let it be over because... Well done. All levels completed. Alright, so we didn't learn anything about the ending. Something about it being some sort of conspiracy, you know. We were some sort of test subject with super DNA. Right, Josh, what was your thoughts of Pestilence?
Was mediocre.
Josh, do you like Slipknot as well?
Yeah, I mean, music was alright.
Josh quite likes Slipknot, so what do you think of the death metal in this game?
It's okay. The bosses look good. I'll say that. The bosses look really good, but apart from that, I mean, well, the game does a good bait roll. It's just pretty awful.
All right, Josh, good looking bosses, and it's pretty awful.
Shadow combat, cheap as fuck, really boring to play.
Yeah.
Just that's it. It's just boring.
They just dump you in these levels and throw like 1,000 enemies at you, and there's only one approach. The one approach is spam your special. It's all you can do. That's
All you do.
this game is just a special spam. So if you're gonna play this, put the cheats on. Don't try to play this legit because it's not good enough.
And it's not
I like the presentation. I like the little bits of story between levels. That seemed to be well done. The look of the game was good. It's not too long. It's nice and gory if you're like a bit of a gore hound. If you like these kind of like nasty type of games. But yeah, it's just the gameplay's fucking awful, and that's just the truth, right? I mean, it's all there. You could watch it for yourself. If you don't think so, like I can't see how you can make much of an argument.
No.
It's got to be one of the most shallow beat-em-ups ever I've seen. It's like every approach you're just spamming your special, which is obnoxious because you're constantly falling down spamming your special.